I'm not big on unboxing, but I think this happens to be a pretty cool little knife here. Anyway, this is a Boker Plus Cow Stubby, made in Taiwan, but of course the uh, insertion of the spring to make it automatic is something that's done in America. So therefore, it's not breaking any laws. And that, in being automatic, it's an aftermarket modification that's done in the United States. But anyway, this version of the Boker Plus Cow Stubby has a D2 blade, and Chinese D2 is pretty good. From everything I've seen, it's just as good as the stuff over here. But anyway, here's the Cow Stubby, and it really is a stubby little knife. I mean, it's very wide, it's very thick. It has a thick little blade on it. And actually, this blade really reminds me of the old Spyderco Co-Pilot, which was a really great short knife that was designed for carrying on planes back before 9/11, put an end to all that. Anyway, it's a very short knife. I mean, just to kind of give you some perspective on its overall shortness, let me bring over another California legal knife. This is a ProTech Squirt. Now, the ProTech Squirt and the Boker Stubby have the same size blade. The blades are both 1 9/5 inches. As you can see, the blades are about the same length. I think ProTech might have it just a little bit, but I don't think by much. I think ProTech has a longer cutting edge. I think the overall length is about even. But if you look at the body length, and I know this is the platform on is kind of sliding, but if you look at the actual handle length, this is kind of rough here. Let me see if I can turn them this way and you can see, and they won't slide off so much. But as you can see, the ProTech has a longer handle. Not by much, maybe 1/8 of an inch or something like that, or maybe 1/4 of an inch. But, when you're talking about blades this small, you can feel the difference. But having said that, the little Stubby feels good in the hand. It feels good in the hand. And also, since this is a safetyless auto, it has a really nice blade that is a smidge higher than the hole, but it takes a little effort. You kind of have to really zero in on it to make it fire, and so therefore it'll probably be pretty safe, especially if you put it like in a watch pocket. It'll be a really safe knife. I mean, it's about like this Sprint I have here, although the Sprint button is a little bit domed. If you can see it from this angle here, it's got a little dome on it. So actually, it's a little bit higher than the Boker Stubby. But both of them, I think, are really nice California size autos. And like I said, I think they're really good for watch pocket carry, and they're good for being in environments where you can use a little pocket knife. I mean, by and large, I'm kind of like Nick. Oh my goodness, I can't remember his name right now. Gosh, I can't remember Nick's name right now, but the real famous YouTube knife channel guy. Where he says, sometimes if you're in mixed company, you might just kind of ease your auto open, and you have a nice little knife. And so I think that if you are in an auto legal state, but you're still in an environment where you don't necessarily just want to have a whole lot of big knives flying around, I think this Kalashnikov is really nice. I mean, and the good thing about it, it has a really nice price. Blade Ops is selling these for $37.95. And considering the fact that this is a really nice knife right here, a ProTech Squint, but it's like $110, I think 110, 119, something like that. And to be honest with you, the fit and finish on these new Bokers is really nice. I know now, obviously, this is a different knife, and it's put together a little differently, but I really like the fit and finish on this Boker Stubby. I mean, it's a really well put together knife. The only thing that's still bad, they still have this really flimsy clip. Now, this clip, the way it's connected, I mean, it just snaps too easily. I mean, they really need to have a nice 3-screw clip on this knife, like most clip knives have. I mean, this single screw right here and the way it's put on, this is just weak. It bends way too easily. And that's the one thing that is definitely not as well thought out or well constructed as what you see on this Protect with the nice 2 screws in there. Even if I did strip that one the other day when I took the screw off and put it back on to kind of straighten it out a little bit. But, you know, even though I did strip it, I mean, now that it's back on, it's going to be on there pretty good. But overall, to kind of get back to the Boker again, I really think it's a good deal. You know, $37.95 is you know, a very reasonable price. And, you know, D2 is quality steel. And so I'm very happy I bought this. I think this is a really good investment, especially, you know, compared to some other knives that, you know, cost a whole lot more and really aren't going to do any more than these two can. But anyway, I'm going to put these back on my sliding container again, and that's going to be it for this video.